See the unseen. If the bat spirit animal has entered your life, it's not by accident. This mysterious, often misunderstood creature doesn't appear randomly. It arrives when something within you is shifting, when life is preparing to peel back the veil and reveal truths that have long been hidden. The bat doesn't walk in the daylight. It moves through the shadows with grace and confidence. And when it enters your awareness, whether in a dream, a meditation, or even a strange moment in waking life, it's a clear signal. Transformation is already underway. Bats are not lost in the dark. In fact, they thrive in it. Using echolocation, they see without seeing, navigating the unseen through vibration, sound, and resonance. This mirrors the spiritual gift of heightened perception. When the bat appears as your spirit animal, it's not asking you to think your way forward. It's asking you to feel your way through, to trust what you sense, even when the path ahead isn't logical or visible. This is the realm of the intuitive, the mystic, the seeker. The bat is a messenger of endings, but not in a tragic sense. Rather, it brings the sacred medicine of closure, of completion, of releasing what no longer fits. It signals a death of the old self, not your body, but your identity, your attachments, your illusions. You may be called to let go of a role you've played, a belief you've held, a life you've outgrown. And though this process can feel unsettling, the bat assures you that this is not the end. It is the sacred passage into something new, something more true. Across cultures, the symbolism of the bat reflects this duality of death and rebirth. In Mayan mythology, the bat god Kamazatz was a guardian of the underworld, ruling the space between life and death. But this wasn't a place of punishment. It was a realm of truth, a space where illusions were stripped away. In Cherokee legend, bats were once land animals who transformed after a failed contest, showing that reinvention is not weakness, it's wisdom. And in Chinese folklore, bats are symbols of good fortune and longevity. The character for bat even sounds like the word for blessing. So, while the West often associates bats with fear, darkness, and vampires, the deeper truth is this. The bat is a harbinger of awakening. You might be seeing bats or dreaming of them during a time of emotional upheaval, a breakup, a move, a spiritual awakening, a loss. But look closer. These changes aren't setbacks. They're sacred transitions. The bat comes when you're ready to be reborn, but part of you may still be clinging to the old. That's okay. The bat doesn't rush you. It waits in the dark with you. It teaches patience, stillness, listening. It reminds you that clarity doesn't always come from light. It often comes from silence. As a spirit guide, the bat is deeply connected to shadow work, the process of looking at the parts of ourselves we often avoid: fear, anger, grief, shame, longing. If you've been afraid to look at your past, the bat may be nudging you to turn inward. Not to judge what you find, but to reclaim it. To honor the parts of yourself that were buried in order to survive. The bat says, you cannot transform what you refuse to see. But once you do, you are no longer bound by it. If you feel like you're living between worlds, half in your old life, half in something new, this is exactly where the bat thrives. It is a liminal creature, a guide between realms. It doesn't belong to the day or the night fully, nor to the earth or the sky. In this way, the bat resonates with mystics, healers, empaths, and all those who feel like they don't quite fit into the boxes society provides. If that's you, the bat doesn't ask you to conform. It calls you to explore your own inner wilderness. Ask yourself, what are you being called to let go of? What roles no longer feel authentic? What inner truth have you silenced to stay safe? The bat urges you to face these questions not with fear, but with curiosity. Because what lies on the other side is not loss, it's liberation. A truer version of you is trying to emerge. And yes, there may be chaos along the way. When we resist change, life often pushes harder. Jobs end, friendships fade, plans unravel, but underneath it all, the soul knows. The bat arrives to say, trust the unraveling. Let it take what it must. You are not falling apart. You are being reformed. Every death the bat brings is matched by a rebirth. Every ending opens a door you couldn't have seen before. In dreams, bats may appear flying alone or in groups, in caves, in twilight. These images often symbolize your subconscious navigating something hidden. Perhaps you're being called to awaken your intuition. Perhaps you're beginning to hear or feel things you once ignored. Pay attention. The messages are subtle, but they are there. You may even feel watched, followed, or guided, and you are. Spirit is close when the bat arrives. Even physically, bats are unique. They are the only mammals capable of sustained flight, defying expectations. They move in ways no other creature does, just as you're being called to move differently now. Not in a straight line, not according to logic, but by feeling your way. They hang upside down to rest, symbolizing the reversal of perception. Sometimes, to move forward, you must first turn everything on its head. If the bat is your totem, your soul path may not look like anyone else's. You might be drawn to metaphysical studies, energy work, healing, or deep emotional alchemy. You may see through people easily, feel the energy in a room, or receive messages in ways you can't explain. These are not coincidences. These are gifts. Gifts that the bat helps you claim. But remember, resisting the bat's invitation can leave you disoriented. If you try to cling to the old version of yourself out of fear, life may begin to feel confusing or heavy. That's not punishment. It's pressure to awaken. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. The bat spirit animal is not here to haunt you. It is here to teach you to see in the dark, to listen with your whole being, to navigate the unknown by instinct, not sight. It reminds you that sometimes the only way out is through the fear, through the silence, through the shadows, and only then through to the light. So if the bat has appeared, honor its presence. Thank it. Listen, you're not imagining things. Your soul is speaking. A shift is already happening. The old you is dissolving, and something new is forming, silently, like wings growing in the dark. You don't have to rush it, but you do have to trust it. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below and let me know how the bat has appeared in your life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more spirit animal wisdom. And remember, what you think is darkness may actually be the moment just before dawn. Thanks for watching.